Hey, what is going on, guys? Today's video is all about the old Canon M50, not the new one, the original one. So I want to talk about if it's a good camera to still vlog with today in 2022. Let me turn up this ND filter here. So the setup I'm rocking is an M50 with just a kit lens 15 to 45. I have a Deity D4 Duo microphone and a Lume Cube on there for anytime it's dark, because this camera does have a small sensor. So if I need to go over like 1600 ISO, I'm gonna turn on the light just to make it a little better on my face. And I'm gonna say this, for most people, the most important thing in a YouTube video is audio. And honestly, for everyone, it really is the most important thing. You want a clean audio, so you definitely want to put an external microphone on your camera. But for someone like me, a photographer here in Alaska, I don't want to have subpar video quality when I'm showing off the beauty of Kodiak. So this thing is I believe it's actually a micro 4/3 sensor. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, it's a small sensor, and typically I vlog with my Canon EOS R full frame sensor. I film a 1080 but upscale it to 4K. I think it looks really good. I can put a wide 15mm lens, and it's an actual 15mm lens. This thing, I believe it's like a 24 equivalent or something. It's not the best for video. You're not going to capture slow motion or anything like that. So I got my B-roll and everything with my R5 typically, especially of wildlife. 4K, 120 FPS. Really comes out really good. Handheld. Slow motion kind of makes it so you don't have to use image stabilizer unless you're kind of psycho. Today is all about this M50. We're going to show you the video quality, how I edit the colors and everything, because you can't shoot in RAW. Right now, I got to head to the chiropractor, get a massage, and I've been super sore and tight lately. We have Angelica driving because unfortunately I'm not allowed to drive anymore. Just totally kidding. Next weekend I'm going with Shane to Fairbanks. We're gonna do the Aurora Workshop, and nobody actually signed up, but I'm still gonna do it. I do have a friend coming, so I'm gonna treat it like a workshop with him, and you know, I'll try to film and get as much videos and information out there so I can do this in the future, and I can have proof that I know what to talk about and everything, and I'm a qualified person. But there's an Aurora tour called Aurora Borealis Notifications, and they do their own tours, and I reached out to her and told her I was coming up, and I messaged her before, and she's like, if you guys have open time, sometimes we get double booked and we'll need someone to drive the van for us. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. So if they get double booked, they'll reach out to me and I can do an Aurora tour for people. So I think that'll be a great way for me to get my name out there and everything. The reason Angelica's driving is because she's not coming, and she's gonna need to know how to drive the truck. We only have my truck now, and she just got to get familiar with it. It's a pretty big truck for her. But I think if she can handle her old truck, she'll be fine with this. Scary, sitting in the passenger seat here. I never really sit in it. I think I've only sat in my own passenger seat like twice. I let my brother drive it when I first bought it, and I let Shane bring one of his trailers with it. Feels uncomfortable, but we're doing it. Guys, well, I'm home now, just got my massage, feel pretty good. We're gonna go out in a little bit, and well, she doesn't know that yet, but we're gonna go out, but first gonna have some breakfast. Saw this at Walmart, Fruity Pebbles pancake mix. So that was the syrup, here's the batter, and we're gonna try to make this, and it's probably not the best for you, but whatever. Let's go ahead and see what we could do. me recording this is to test the low light footage. This is 640 ISO. So I don't know how I feel about them. They're like, you're better off just getting a bowl of cereal. There might not be anyone that likes sweets more than me, but this is rough. Usually I can have some pancakes, but this is I mean, I just feel like I'm eating a bag of sugar here. Well, the dog vomited for us, but it's all right, honey. I'll clean it up. You know, where we live in Alaska, we don't have roll carts because of the bears, so we got to take our trash to the dumpster. Well, this is actually dog poop right here, but hold on, I'm gonna put some hand sanitizer on before I touch the camera. One good thing about this little M50 is I have two other cameras. One's a EOS R and one's a Canon R5. And what's nice is I can actually worry about my photography. One could be doing a time lapse, one could be setting up compositions. I can leave my wildlife lens on my R5 and not have to worry about losing a camera. This little M50 is good enough for video quality for me to talk to you guys, and I really enjoy the fact that I could just get B-roll and photos with my two main actual cameras. Well, it is a truly amazing feeling seeing this light out here hit these trees at this time of year. It is just like, you can see my shadow, long shadow behind me, just really, really beautiful browns, and it's not something you typically hear. Perfect day. The sun is behind me here. Oh, I hate the Joby tripod. I hate it. From the bottom of my heart, it's the worst tripod to ever exist on the market. It's useless to me. Got some drone footage. Really, just absolutely stunned. This has been my favorite place this year, and I can't believe that I'm saying that, but it is. Let's talk cons about this camera. Got a tiny sensor. The image quality is not the best. You can't shoot RAW. Photos are, you gotta have the right lens to make the photos look good. For a really tiny camera, it's perfect for vlogging. After I edit this footage and see the quality, because it looks really good on the back of the screen. Like the colors look really nice. The bokeh looks okay for the kit lens. You can adjust the audio in the settings so it doesn't record as loud. So there is some features. It really is an entry-level camera. I just think that for me, I don't know how I feel. I want my videos to feel really professional. If I was recording anything else, like tutorial for how to do something, I think this would be a great camera. But in the photography and videography world, I want the best quality, and that's why I pay so much money for my mirrorless cameras and everything. So that's just my 2 cents. I'm really interested to see if I can make this image quality look better. Before, I did a weird color grade to it, and I did the sharpening. So I'm gonna see if I can just make the video quality look better. Like I said earlier at the start of this video, the most important thing if you're talking to a camera is 100% the audio. I don't want to say you can't make 1 million subscribers with this camera, because you 100% can. But it depends on your audience. Is that my owl? Is that my freaking owl? That's my owl. That's my owl. That's my owl. It flew way back there. I just saw my owl. Okay, so the owl is out. All right, where were we? I just watched it fly. It was freaking over there. I don't know if one bird has tormented me as much as this owl, but I just can't get a photo. Look at these geese. Oh, and there's swans here too. Pretty cool. These geese are kind of annoying. Growing up in New Jersey, they used to attack you and stuff, and it's kind of annoying. So yeah, I'm just laying down on the grass. Beautiful night, it really is. That sunset's gonna be pretty good. That owl is really crushed my spirits. Back to this M50. I am waiting to edit this footage to see if I'm gonna use it. Even though I feel like I'm losing a camera when I vlog with my EOS R, I just feel like having two cameras in general, especially when traveling, is a little easier. Editing it is easier. You don't have to go through as many footage and sync them up and sync up the time frames and whatnot. This camera definitely can give you 1 million followers or subscribers, whatever. Because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what you are using. A lot of people just use their phone, even just use their phone audio. So it sometimes little kind of mind-boggling to me, you know, because it's not about what you buy and what you use. It's all about how you can create a story or tell instruct like directions and whatnot and how to do things, and whatever your style is, you know, it's all about how you convey it. So this sunset looks like it's gonna be okay, like golden clouds. Clouds are kind of disappearing, which is good. I believe that we could have a northern light storm again tonight. Imagine 2 Saturdays in a row, clear nights in Kodiak. What would be the chances that they'd both produce aurora? Guess we'll find out. Let me get up and walk around here. Don't forget this. It is a little windy, so reflection shots might not be possible. The wind was kind of blocked when I was below there, but oh, it is kind of windy. One huge benefit in recording with RAW with the R series is just being able to reduce those highlights and increase those shadows quite a bit. When you don't have RAW recording, you block out a lot. You're gonna lose highlights most of the time. Shadows are important, but blowing out highlights is more important. But if you need a shot, it's better to be able to see what you're filming and blow out the highlights, in my opinion, than just recording everything dark and the only thing you can see is the sun. I don't know. I mean, this isn't a camera I would take a photo with anyway, but just for fun, let me take a photo right here, and we'll see what if it's not a bad camera for landscapes. Just to have it. If this is all you have, let's go ahead and see if it can take a nice sunset photo right here. Well, I photographed that like I would with my regular camera. Made the shadows dark, made the sky well exposed. Sometimes I know I can bring it down just a hair, but we'll see how that photo turned out. Not much else going on tonight. Hopefully some aurora tonight. That'll be cool. Well, you can see behind me some beautiful pastel colors in the sky. Really nice. It's good for photographing with a telephoto lens, but this is one of my favorite mountains back here. I have no clue what it's called. I just call it the Old River Mountain. Alright, well that's kind of gonna end this part of the video. I'm gonna edit the video and then I'll show you the color correction that I use personally with Premiere Pro, and then I'll give my final thoughts. But that's it for today, and I'll see you guys on the computer.
Alrighty guys, now that I have you on Premiere Pro, I'm going to show you exactly how I color grade my M50 footage. First thing I'm going to do is just go to the project here, and I'm going to hit a new adjustment layer. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to scroll up to the adjustment layer, and I'll just drag it on, cover up the whole film like that, so everything should be the same. And I'm actually really happy with the M50 colors, and in fact, I don't even think you really need to color grade with this. It does look good out of camera, and that is one big benefit about people not wanting to color grade their video. But if you do, I won't even touch the exposure page, because when you don't edit raw footage, it doesn't look that natural. So I'd rather just keep it as is. I'm gonna click creative, and I'm gonna go to look, and this is built into Premiere. I like this one, Fuji Eterna Kodak 2395. Click that, and I always just kind of bring them down a little bit, so I'm gonna bring this to like 50 intensity, and we'll leave it there. We'll just click before and after. Let me zoom into full quality here, or a larger quality. Before, after, just adds a little difference to the black. Really happy with how it looks. All right, well, I just invite you to take your time and comment what you think about this video quality of the M50. Could you tell that it's a small M50, or is it easily noticeable? Anyway, guys, I'll just give you my final thoughts before I end the video.
Alrighty, guys, thank you so much for reaching this far in the video. If you watched the whole thing, I really do appreciate that. Helps me out a lot. Tell me what you guys thought about the overall video quality. Right now I'm filming with my Canon R5, but everything else has been filmed with this M50. This has been the setup I've been using the whole time. Deity D4 Duo, Lume Cube, M50. There's a variable ND filter on here. One thing I don't like about this ND filter is it shows some blacks in the corner. So kind of ruins a lot of footage in my opinion. I was actually a lot more surprised. I haven't used this camera in over a year, and I thought the quality was really good. I'm actually really impressed with how it looked just straight out of camera. And it's nice that you don't have to do a full color grade. I do like adding a little bit of creative look onto it, but I think it came out really nice. I hate this Joby tripod, by the way, the Gorilla Pod. It is absolutely terrible. And there's another one I want to get. It's called like the Polar Pro Apex or something. Straight legs, which is nice. Scene has been gone. It's done. These stupid bendable legs, never again. And if you thought about getting something like this, don't even waste your time. They suck. Like I said, I am really happy with the actual image quality. Although I noticed in the vlog, like only like my neck and like the top of my head was talking, and that was kind of annoying to look at. I do like using my Canon EOS R with the 15-30. 15 millimeters of actual full frame is really nice. It captures your whole body, well, not your whole body, but a good amount of your body and a good amount of the background. And F2.8, it's fairly blurred out. So if I do want to continue using the M50, I like holding the camera about here. This is about how I like to hold it, but I'd really have to be like up here, and that makes your arm pretty tired throughout the day if you're a traditional vlogger like the way I do things most of the time. One other thing is this camera doesn't have the best autofocus. There was a couple scenes where it just stayed focused on the background the whole time and I was out of focus, and that can be quite annoying when scenes are more in like a crowded environment. Like let's say you're walking through New York City, you don't want to focus on everyone but yourself. I think that has something to do with the technology in this camera. The dual autofocus in the R5 and the EOS R really works flawless. Once in a while it'll quickly snap away, but most of the time it stays pretty consistent. And other than that, I gotta tell you, I really am kind of like torn if I want to bring this to Fairbanks with me or not and use this to vlog with. It's so nice having my Canon EOS R free, without a microphone on it, without all this fancy stuff on it. And I just think that, I don't know how I feel. What am I doing here? I really am genuinely torn. I do not know what I want to choose when it comes to my vlogging camera. It's nice to just have a small vlogging camera ready to go in case something funny happens when you're driving or something like that. But I do think I might try bringing this camera with me, and I think it's time to give the M50 another go. And I'll say this, it's only going to be used to record me talking to it, and that is it. The R5 and the R will be better B-roll footage, better quality, and this M50 will just be for talking heads, because that's all it's really good for. Even though that's all it's good for, it's really good. If you're thinking about picking up a vlogging camera and on a budget, highly recommend looking at a refurbished Canon M50. the price would probably set you back. Let's find out. Refurbished Canon M50. Okay, well, it turns out it's a lot more than I thought. I could have sworn I got this thing for like $399 and Canon's website wants $519 for it. So it is a little more money than I thought, but the price of everything has gone up in the last year or so. Hopefully you can find a better price, and if you can't, then I still would suggest getting this camera. Anyway guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy my Fairbanks vlog, and I'll see you in Fairbanks. Actually, I have one more vlog. Remember that owl we saw earlier? Remember that owl? Yeah, we found it in the next video. See ya!